Yeah, today, I mean, two topics are pending in the inventory management. So we have seen previous class, the one of the accuracy method, physical count, and one more method is pending cycle count. So before going this one, first we will, okay. So first we'll start, we were facing some issue while doing the inter-organization transfer previous class, right? So that one first we'll finish and then we'll move to the cycle count. After finishing these two topics, we have one more topic, min-max planning. This planning anyhow we required some of the procurement setups. So what we will do is while doing the procurement time, so we'll cover this topic as well. Okay, because
Okay.
now if I cover, I don't think so it will be more relevant now because this is not right time to discuss this particular topic. So we'll do this topic after finishing procurement one. So now our
Okay,
focus is, yeah,
Ram will have to end by 1 o'clock because
yeah, yeah,
I have
yeah.
this
So these,
appointment.
okay, fine. These two not, I mean, won't take much time. So we'll try to finish by 12:30, 12:45. Okay. So
Okay.
create interorganization transfer. You know the concept, like, if you want to transfer the material from one inventory arc to another inventory arc.
Will
But
record this.
yeah, started recording. Yeah.
Okay.
So create interorganization transfer we are using to transfer the material from one inventory to another inventory. So previous class we have seen how to create the parameter. So I'm going to go back to the same screen and I'll show where we have to create the parameter. After creating the parameter, how to transfer this material from one arc to another arc. So first what we need to set in the system is we have to set the parameters like configuration, some configuration. So for that you have to go to setup and maintenance, go to manufacturing and supply, same inventory management, and here interorganization parameters, manage interorganization parameters. So click on that. So you have to give your organization source. So we are discussing about this RTE inventory arg4 is my source organization. So click on search. So what system will do is system will display what and all organization parameters has been set up. So we set up previously this particular setup. Now what I'm doing is earlier we selected transfer type was direct. Now what where we are facing the problem is if transfer type is in transit, that time we are facing some issues while transferring the material to destination organization. Now same setup I did now, transfer type is in transit and receipt routing is standard. So for this setup, I wanted to check whether the system is able to transfer the material from source organization to destination. Okay. So after doing this setup, go back to inventory management, go to supply chain, go to inventory management. So we are in inventory organization RT4, then open the task list and create one inter-organization transfer. So destination is here, I selected as 3 and type is in transit shipment and generate the shipment number and click on plus. You create one inter-organization transfer. So I'm selecting one of the item. So that item is our item. Think item. So let me check here. Yeah, master level item. So why I'm selecting specific item is because this item is present in the both organizations. So whenever if you want to do this particular inter-organization transfer, the whatever item which you are doing, that item has to be present in both organizations. Then only the system will allow to do inter-organization transfer, else it won't allow. Okay.
So we have to restrict inventory for this
Yes.
item and
Association.
add that item into that inventory, right?
Yeah, two inventories, source and destination.
Okay. Okay.
Now I selected the item. Now the source sub inventory. So here available quantity is showing as 130 organization wise, complete organization wise. So I want to select specific sub inventory receiving. So from sub inventory receiving of source, I want to transfer to destination organization of one more sub inventory. So this sub inventory belongs to destination organization. This sub inventory of source is belongs to source organization of org4. Okay. Now I have 130 here. I am planning to do 30 or 30. So click on submit. So you must enter a lot and serial number. This is the lot control. So you go to records and lots. You click on plus. You select your lot. Click on search. Go to search again. So click on select the lot. Okay. And click on OK. So this is shipment number required. So click on submit. Now we did a one inter-organization transfer. Now that 30 met 30 quantity we need to push into the destination organization of 3. So what was the why that particular thing was not working earlier is because we have not set the inventory organization to the location. So that I'll show to you how to do that. So go to manage locations in the setup and maintenance. So I'll open one more tab. So first I need to verify what is my location of inventory organization, destination inventory organization. So go to setup and maintenance, go to manage inventory. So my destination organization is 3 RTE inventory org 3. Just search. So this is my destination organization. Select the edit button. Now this is my location address, inventory organization address. So select this locator address. Go to manage locations here. So go back to manufacturing supply. So percentage locations, manage locations is the task name. So go back here. So provide that code, location code. So you can find out that location here. Just edit this one, either update or correct. So go to correct mode. So here earlier we are not what you called link the inventory organization. So this inventory organization is mandatory to link when you do the receipts. Receipts means we have a standard receipt, direct receipt, inspection, right? So whenever if you are
Yes.
doing the receipt things, this
Mm.
location we must integrate with the inventory organization.
That is destination inventory
Yes,
organization.
yes. Okay.
Okay.
So now I have done this one. Just cancel. I'm not doing any changes, right? So click on S. Now go back to our inter-organization transfer. So we did already inter-organization transfer. Now we need to go to again inventory management. Go to receipts. receiving expected shipments. Now we need to change the organization to destination. So destination is RTE ARC3. So click on OK. So go back to receipts, expected shipments. Now provide in transit number. Our in transit number is this one. So click on search. Now we can find the receiving expected shipments. So this particular thing we are getting from where? We are getting from inventory organization of 4. Okay. So this one we need to receive first into your staging sub inventory. So if you click on here, it will show what is the receipt quantity, that is the 30, and received by, this is we have to select, this is the mandatory one. So so here who is the received by means employees. So inventory employees who are having access, those guys can able to receive. So select first one John, then create a receipt. So receipt number I'm giving. So these here receipt number also you can generate if you want, you can generate automatic. But we selected in the receiving parameters manual. That is what system is asking to enter the receipt number. So I'm giving this receipt number now. Just submit the form. Now system has created the receipt. So this receipt, with this receipt, we are going to get our material into staging sub inventory. It means that it won't available into the source because we select receipt routing is standard. Standard means first we receive into our organization, then using put away, we are pushing that material to the storage sub inventory. Okay. So next action, what we need to do for standard is, so use the put away receipts. So click on that put away receipt. So select your receipt number and click on search. Now, if you do the put away, system will push the material to the specific sub inventory, source sub inventory, source organization. Sorry, destination organization. Okay. Now you just edit this one because we need to enter lot number. You select this, click on edit. Okay, so sorry, you have to select view all, columns, show all. Okay, supplier, okay, quantity. See, so sub inventory is already system has selected. Now we need to enter the lot control, right? So just click on search again. I think system has selected. Let me check lot. Yeah, lot here. We have to select from here itself. So click on search. Click on search again. So select your lot. Then click on submit. So using put away, we can push the material from source to sub inventory, source inventory to destination sub destination inventory. So now put away transaction also completed. Now if you go and verify your item into the destination sub inventory, it will show that the quantity has been transferred. So our item is just search. See now this is our item. Okay. So if you open that, so 140 is there. You can find out some date as well. Sub inventory 3 140. So earlier 110 was there. Now we did 30. So still if we go here, the date. So this date is 5/17. Total 140 is showing. organization date. Here we cannot find out the date. We have one more screen. There you can find out receiving completed transactions, manage or review completed transactions. From here you can find out. So between today's date, okay. So click on search. See, this is the transaction number. This is the quantity. We got it today. Okay. So this is for in transit. So in transit means first it will go to the staging one, and using put away we are pushing that material to the destination sub inventory. That is the create interorganization transfers. So we can do either direct or in transit. If it is in transit, this is the scenario. I mean, this is the workflow. If it is direct, once you do the interorganization parameter, immediately that particular quantity will be present in the destination organization. So we no need to do all this workflow. So this workflow only for when transfer type is in transit. When transfer type is direct, already we covered previous class that particular flow for direct. So this flow for in transit type. Okay. And we have one more last topic in the accuracy method, that is called as cycle count. So already we know the counting methods. Why we are using is to find out the accuracy. Accuracy means physically how much stock is present and system wise how much stock is present. To match those things, we are using the two types of accuracy methods. One is physical count and second one is cycle count. So physical count, the main advantage is this one, they are not going to run every day. So most of the time that particular physical count will be used for auditing. And whereas cycle count, we have a frequency, we can run the cycle count even daily wise as well. Suppose if the items are very costly items, so end of the day we wanted to see what is present in the system and what is present physically. So if you want to match those things, they're going to use the cycle count. Okay. Now we'll see how to do that cycle count setup in our system. So go to setup and maintenance. So what and all we required for cycle count is mandatory setups, means prerequisites. So first we need to define. So we need to define the ABC classification set. So this particular setup we have to do first. Then you create the ABC classes. Then you create the ABC assignment group. So these three setups are prerequisites to start your cycle count. Okay. So we'll go to setup and maintenance. Go to again manufacturing and inventory management. So here you can find out manage ABC classification set. So open this. So always the cycle count or physical count we're going to do for organization level or sub inventory, but by default system will consider organization level. System will provide, if you want to do only for specific sub inventory you can do it, but across all organizations we cannot define this cycle count. So each organization only we can find out these accuracy methods. Okay. Now I am in the inventory org RTE org 3. Just click on plus, create your classification set. So I'm providing some name here, RTE classification set. Okay. So here we have to know what is content scope and valuation scope. If content scope is organization, valuation scope is organization, it means that under this organization, suppose we have a 3 to 4 sub inventories are there. So this classification set will be applied for all 4 sub inventories. When When the content scope is organization, validation scope is organization. When the content scope is sub-inventory, when validation scope is sub-inventory, then specific sub-inventory of this inventory organization, we are applying this classification set. So I'm repeating, when content scope is sub-inventory and validation scope is sub-inventory, whatever sub-inventory which we are giving here, for this sub-inventory only, the system will apply this classification set. And one more option, when content scope is sub-inventory, validation scope is organization. So this one, how we need to understand is, for example, we have a item A, item B. Item A, item B. Okay. So we have, there are two sub inventories. I mean, three sub inventories are there under this organization: SUB1, SUB2, SUB3. Okay. So under item A, here we have some 10 quantity. Here also we have a 10. Sub inventory, here we have 10. Here we have a something like 5. So this is also 8 will give. This is also some 2 will give. Okay. So under your organization of RT inventory or 3, we have 3 sub inventories. Okay. And we have a 2 items. So these are the on hand quantities. Now we selected valuation scope is organization. And what is the sub inventory selected here is sub inventory 1. Sub inventory 1. Then how system will consider this classification set is, so since we selected sub inventory 1, so system will consider this 10 plus 2, 12 quantity it will consider. And here item A under sub inventory 2, okay, there is no quantity. That's why here the while doing the cycle count, how much quantity it is considered? It is considered as a 0. So it won't consider anything. Here also it won't consider anything. It will consider only 0 here. Okay. So mostly if content scope is sub inventory, validation scope is organization, under this content scope sub inventory 1, whatever item on and quantities are there, those quantities only which is considered in the cycle count. So most of the time in the practical environment, they'll go for organization level. They won't go for any sub inventory level. That is what I have seen so far. So validation scope, content scope is organization, validation scope also organization. So one second, just we need to refresh this one. So click on place. So I'm just explain what are the various options we have. So I'm creating now RTE classification set description. Content scope I'm putting as organization. So criteria, this is very important. So your classification set is based on what criteria? We are considering cost, quantity, value, and whichever option you want to select. So I'm selecting as current on and quantity value and then click on submit. Okay, so we did a classification set and click on done, and you select again back your manage ABC classification set. Okay, so open this. Okay, so like once you create the classification set, what system will do is system will run one schedule program. So let me verify that schedule program has been successfully run or not. So how to verify? Go to tools, schedule process. Yeah, now ABC classification set has been successfully executed. Now you go here and click on search. You can see this enable button. Click on search again. See now you can see view ABC classification set items. So click on that. So we have so far two items. Okay, one is 140 and another one is 1000 quantity. Okay, now we have an option to export. Usually practical environment you can find n number of items, but since in our what you called inventory we have only two items. Just open that Excel. So our criteria we selected value, inventory value. So why it is coming as 0 here? Because on hand, sorry, item cost we selected while creating item, we selected item cost were not given. So that is the reason the cumulative value, I mean, what you called the value of this item, it will be 0. Why means quantity is 140 into price. The price we are given while creating the item, we are not given any price. That is the reason system is giving as a 0 here. Okay. So since we have a 2, so what I am going to do is after once you analyze your complete items, then based on the value, what they will do, they will classify the items into groups: A group, B group, C group. So what in by A group means all high value items we are keeping into the A group, all low medium value items we are keeping into the B group, and low value items we are keeping into the C group. That is the next step. So once classification is done, then next one is we have to divide your complete items into n number of groups. But as I mean, as per example, I'm taking 3 groups. You can take even 4 5 groups as well. So what is our plan is we are planning costly items we are keeping into one A group, B group, C group, like that we divided. So since in my example I have a 2 items, I don't have any option to divide it. But so what I will do is this one I'll keep as a A time being. This is a A group, and this one I'm keeping as a B. I don't have any option to keep C. Okay. So once you divide your items into groups, okay, based on the value, then another setup next consequent I mean next is following setup is we have to go for ABC classes. So ABC classes. So what do you mean by classes means according to our high value items, according to our value of the items, we divided complete our classification into 3 groups, 3 classes. Okay. So here you just click on search. So we don't have any ABC classes. So I'll make 3 classes here. So as per my example, I'm keeping only 2. A class. Okay. Next one is B class. So save and close. So once you define your classes, then go for group, manage ABC group. That is the next setup. Manage ABC group. Where is it? Yeah, manage ABC assignment group. Okay. So here click on plus. So provide your assignment group name. RTE group 1. So what is the classification set? Whatever set which we have created. Okay. So click on plus. So sequence number. So first sequence I'm keeping A group. Second sequence I'm keeping as B group. Okay. So once you define your assignment group, click on save, save and close. Now perform ABC assignments. So once you do this perform ABC assignments, what system will do is system will segregate all your items into two groups, because in my example I selected as the two groups. Suppose in your example you selected as the 3 to 4 groups, what system will do? All your items will be segregated with respect to your classes. Okay, now click on perform ABC assignments. See, we have two sequence only. I mean two items only in my example. So that is what only here it is showing two. So first item, because it is 0, the item, okay, this is the item. Master level is the first item, and second item we are keeping into the B group. Okay, so usually you have a more items, but in my example I selected only few. So like that we have to perform your ABC assignments. After once you done that, click on submit. So automatically system will run one schedule program. Go here and just refresh this one. So we are doing perform ABC assignments. So once it is succeeded, you completed. Yeah, this has been succeeded now. And go back your assignment group, click on search. You can find out update ABC assignments. So click on this. So this first item will be A group, second item will be the B group. Just save, save and close. So once your what you call assignment ABC assignment group has been done, then go to inventory management, supply chain. So go to inventory management, go to your counts, create your cycle count, create your cycle count. So provide some counting name, cycle count. So we have only one sub inventory. So select the sub inventory and include in the count. After that, we have to give your assignment group here. Okay, and click on next. And here we have a frequency, right? One second. Yeah, here nothing. Description is fine. So here we have a frequency. Just automatically schedule is there. Automatically we can schedule. So the frequency here we have by period, daily, weekly. So if it is costly items, what they will do? They will go for daily. So once today if I run, so when is the next schedule? Tomorrow. Next schedule date is tomorrow. System will automatically calculate the schedule date based on the frequency. We no need to select manually. Okay, and click on next. And counting sequence. So similarly in the physical count also we have seen the tag, right? So that same kind of tag. So we have to give some tag number for your items. So I'm giving some tag number 9000. So maximum days before late. it will be 1. Maximum recounts, how many times you want to recount? You want to, suppose if you find lot of disturbances, I mean discrepancies. Suppose physically you found 10, so during first counting you find 100. Okay, so there will be a large number of disturbance. So if you want to run more than one time to recount, how many times you need to recount? So if you give here, system will do 2 times. If you give 2 times it will do. So if you give 0, only one time it will count. Okay, so that you can decide based on your requirement. And manual count allowed. If you want to add during counting, if you want to add any new items, you can select manual count allowed. And serial number per count. So if any items are serial numbers per count, you want to keep one or multiple, that you can decide it. And serial discrepancies allowed. So these are self-explanatory. Count 0 quantities, display suggested quantity. So all these kind of things will be self-explanatory. Then click on next. So maximum recount, the value provided for the attribute is invalid because the value must be greater than 0. Yeah. So if you have any recount, you can do it, or else not required. Just click on next. Okay. So here you have to select your classes, whatever classes which we define. So click on plus. Oh, what happened? So click on plus again. Mm, System stopped. Some issue here. Also, it's an instance issue, I guess. Let me wait. Add row has to come here. I think this is a like instance become slow. Mm, What is happening here? It's not coming. Just click on next. We'll do it later. So review. Just save. Reopen one more time. So it is saved now. Save and close. Now just edit and provide those groups. Click on next again. Next. This is fine. Yeah, try to click on plus now. Yeah. Now A, and in the A, what are the items which you have? So that items we need to provide here. So in our A item, so we kept, this is the item we kept under the class A. Click on search. What happened? Most level. Okay. So why it is not coming is because we have to enable counting method as well while creating the item. let me check whether counting method has been enabled or not. Go to product management, product information. So master level. Okay, go to specifications, go to inventory. See counting we have, yeah, cycle count. Cycle count enabled, no. So keep it as S, save. So verify in the inventory, go to associations, inventory are 3, go to specifications, inventory, cycle count, enabled S. Now go here, now try to provide, yeah, now it has came. So the mandatory is cycle count has to be enabled in the master. Okay. Now under this class A, I selected this one. Then you click on plus, provide class B. So click on plus again. So what is the next item? This one. Okay. I think same problem for this. Go to product. So mandatory cycle count has to be enabled or else it won't come those things. Okay. This is inventory or 2. Okay. So go to specifications, inventory, cycle count as, go to associations, click on save. Yeah, now try to add. Okay. So include in schedule. Just click on next. You can review all those things here and then save, save and close. So now we created cycle count. Now we need to run this. So go to actions or refetch search one more time. So go to actions, generate count schedules. So these are the sequence programs, sequence, what do you call steps we need to run. First generate count sequence and record count sequence, approve count sequence. So these are the 4 things we need to run consecutively. Now we click on generate count schedule. So what system will do? System will run the schedule program. So go here and verify it. Go to tools, schedule process. So now count schedules are running. So similarly in the physical count also we have seen. So count schedules means it is like freezing the system. Okay. Next, once it has been done, then again just search back. See here, last schedule date is 525. Next schedule date is 526. Now, I mean, system has started the counting, cycle count. Next, once it is first step is done, Then generate count sequence. So click on same thing, just refetch that particular schedule program. Now count sequence as it will generate. So it is nothing but dynamic tags will be generating. So still running. Completed. Okay, successful. So then you can, so sequence has been successful. You just click on the succeeded. System will generate one report as well. Yeah, just open this. It's a log report. Okay, just open this one. Yeah, count sequence created. Uh, that's all. Here it will give only whether the count sequence has been created or not. So I think we will have report as well. It will open. Mm, think here it has to come. Let me see. Now once sequence has been done, sequence has been completed, just go and record the count sequence. Record the count sequence. Okay. So here counted quantity for this particular organization. I mean for this particular item, what is the counting has been done? 1000. And who will be counted? Some username. Okay. And click on save. Why you got only one? So it has to come two items, right? Mm, submitted. Process is one. Mm, so it has to come two. Not sure what is the problem. So now once recording is done, then once recording count sequence is done, then last section is approve the count sequence. So click on search. Okay. So we got only a one item. Don't know why it is reviewed by. I think approval we have not selected. That is the reason system is not giving option to approve it, because while creating cycle count, I felt we have not selected the approval. So that is the reason system is automatically approved. Just submit this form. Just click on done. Now you go and verify your item. You can find out what is the counted quantity. Manage item. So click on search. See, first one having some what you call some 100 something. So after counting, after approval, this on-hand quantity has been updated with the counted quantity. So this is one of the method they are using for accuracy methods like a cycle count. So the cycle count will be used mostly daily basis, weekly basis, or monthly basis as well. So this particular thing which is used for internal. So this is not used for auditing purpose. So whenever if they want to maintain the accuracy for the for the organization, and they wanted to verify costly items, and what is the quantity on hand, what is the quantity present in the physically. So to verify all those things, they will go for cycle count. So to run the cycle count, first assignment group is mandatory. So to create the assignment group, we have to create classification set and create the classes, and then create the assignment group. So after once you have assignment group, you can create your cycle count and run those 4 sequence programs. I mean 4 consecutive steps to fulfill your cycle count. So I think in this particular cycle count, so manage cycle count. So open this. We did not kept what you called approval one. Yeah, here approval type. So once you not selected anything, what system will do is system will auto approve. Okay. So this is the concept for cycle count Prisa. And since in my inventory we have a 2 items, so if you have more items, so you will get better clarity. Same concept, but items once you have more, then system once you do the performing of ABC and update ABC, will find out whether those items are coming properly in the group A group, B group, C group or not. Okay.
Okay.
So just practice it. Still, if you find any kind of issue in this one, so let me know. Okay. And
Sure, Ram.
minimax planning will take during procurement time. So next class will
Okay.
start procurement one.
Okay.
And your issue also I'll see today, and I'll let you know
Mhm.
through by chat.
Okay.
Okay. WhatsApp.
I have WhatsApp you the item name. If you
Yeah, yeah.
want to create or have a look at the item, you can have a
Yeah,
look
you
at that.
WhatsApp it white item name so that I'll get
Yeah.
idea. Okay.
Yeah. Okay,
Okay.
Ram, now I need to go. It's
Fine,
already.
fine. Yeah, 12:30. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Chalo. Right. Bye.
Okay. Okay. Have a good day. Bye.
Yeah, bye bye. Good day.